Okay, so the Houston Astros reversed the trend tonight. They beat the Yankees 3-1. And like I said yesterday, if anybody could slow the Yankees down, it would have been Justin Verlander. That's exactly what he did. Houston Astros won 3-1. Verlander went 7 innings, 1-run ball. Just kept them at bay, kept the bats at bay, with the exception of a towering opposite field home run from Giancarlo Stanton. That was pretty much it for the Yankees. They had some opportunities, but didn't really pan out. And even Stanton, with the exception of a couple home runs, he's also struck out with a couple of scoring situations too. So we got to work on that too. Now, Kyle Tucker, 3-run home run off Luis Severino. Luis Severino went 6 innings, 3 runs, so relatively solid performance. He just didn't get any run support from the team. So it is what it is, right? And with the exception of tonight's loss and the Yankees losing their stopping their 15-game winning streak, the Yankees are 30-8 at home this year. So and they still haven't. That's their 19th loss. They still haven't even hit the 20 loss plateau yet. So they're doing okay. Now you have still 2 more games in the series, and again, the Astros are an elite team. That's obvious. Whether it's timely hitting, or clutch home runs, or keeping the Yankee bats at bay like they did tonight. This to me is a preview, most likely, of the ALCS this year, Yankees versus the Astros, and I expect both teams to make additions at the trade deadline to fortify their team. And if I were the Yankees, I'd probably get another shutdown reliever who can get big bats out, and probably another starting pitcher. And some kind of contact hitting, defensively strong outfielder who hits from the left side. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to depend on how Gallo and Hicks do, but fact is, they'll have 1 good game and then three or four crappy ones, and then 1 good game and 3 or 4 crappy ones. At least Hicks now is kind of waking up. Gallo, it's like 1 good game and 5 or 6 crappy games, and that's not enough production. Not enough production from what the Yankees need. If they're going to beat a team like the Astros, they're going to need more. It's that simple, right? And that's the fact. That's the fact. So we'll see what happens, and we'll chalk it up. We have our ace tomorrow, Garrett Cole, on the mound, so hopefully he can neutralize the Astros bats and take a 2-1 series lead. And if they do, and then hopefully they can get that series win, a 3-1 series win, which would be phenomenal as they start to kind of trend down or wind down towards the All-Star break. And hopefully we'll have a couple of Yankees playing in the game. And if you haven't heard, Aaron Judge and the team has settled his arbitration case today. That's in the description down below. I put a video out on it. And any other news that happens, whether it's lineup or recaps or breaking news as it comes to the Yankees. And if you don't want to miss any of it, make sure you subscribe to the channel before you leave. Okay, and if you do, hit the like button and the bell icon. It's greatly appreciated by me. It means the world, but it's also helpful to the channel, and it also ensures that you don't miss anything. And I've said, if you haven't heard me say this yet, I'm going live on trade deadline day, probably from like 12 to 5. So everything that's coming in live time, as it comes in by the minute, you're going to get it here. Everything, whether it's Yankees or not. Trade deadline extravaganza. And I'll obviously put everything, all the other transactions leading up to the trade deadline too, especially if they're significant ones. You're going to know everything. But that's the recap tonight. Houston's tied it 1-1. There's 2 games left. Garrett Cole's on the mound tomorrow. I'm confident the Yankees will rebound and put themselves in a position. I'm hoping to see Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton heat up at the same time. And if we can get the 2 of them and Anthony Rizzo heat up at the same time, we'd be good. We also need Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to stop swinging at first pitches. Put the ball in the play a little bit more. We need him to stop doing that. But it is what it is. That's the Yankees. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night. Over and out.